Hey, Forge fans, Anthony Urciuoli here, your digital host. As part of the Forge Audio Network, Forge FC getting set to take on York United Friday in the GTA. Forge getting an unexpected bye week after their match with their highly anticipated match against Valor in Winnipeg was postponed for COVID reasons. And so time to hit the reset button. And that's what I spoke to Coach Bobby Smyrniotis about, the head coach and technical director of Forge FC. I had a chance to speak to him today. And so let's take you behind the beard. Unexpected bye week. Does that change much? I mean, is it easy to just kind of hit the reset button and prepare for a new opponent?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, we're looking forward to going and playing the game at Valor in Winnipeg. We had a great training week last week and thought, everything was ready, had a good game plan, but there's certain things obviously we cannot control. So yeah, I just hit the reset button. We played an inter-squad amongst ourselves, and now we're just getting set for York. And they're the challenging an opponent down the road. We always know they're a very good game, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, York kind of represents the parity of the team that the league has found. There was concern, Forge is dominating too much, or maybe Calvary, and it hasn't taken long to see that week after week anyone can beat anybody. York has had an impressive win over Calvary themselves. Have you seen the parity really kind of show through now in this league?
Yeah, I think the one thing that we've seen, and I've talked about from the beginning, is that we'll see results like we've seen over these first few weeks. I think it's a normal thing. A lot of teams have had some changeover, teams coming in with the same identities, different things. So I think it's been common, if you look over the last few years of the league, that we see the results go in different ways in what I'd call the first 8 games of the season. And I think that that trend will probably continue. For us, we want to make sure our trend continues with 3 points and we keep on moving up the ladder.
Are there specific reasons that the parity's really kind of shown through? Is it just that the teams know each other well?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think it's either teams knowing each other well or teams getting to know themselves well. One thing we see is a lot of changeover in rosters from year to year. We've been able to keep a consistent team, but we've had quite a bit of changeover as well this year. So I think, it takes some time. It doesn't matter how you go about your preseason and what your friendly matches are. It's this first part of the year when you have that working on the tactics and integrating everyone. I think it's normal to see what we've seen over these first few weeks.
Is the club getting healthier at this stage?
Yeah, everyone is looking good. We're 90% of the way there, which is very good at this point in the year. And that's another thing we've seen across the league. There's been different injuries amongst players and so on. And could be a longer period of time off in the off season. For us, a very short off season. So different factors always play into that. But the team is looking good. The team is healthy, and we're just looking forward to Friday night.
It's a little odd. The first few seasons, a lot of traveling, a lot of matches. This season has had a different feel, I would think. Just a little more downtime, more time for preparation.
Yeah, it just seems like it. We're getting into what would have been week 5 or match number 5 for us 4, and it. It's a little settled in between games. We have some time. We have some more time to prepare, more time to deal with film and go over things with the players. But on the flip side, I didn't mind playing every 3 days either.
Right. So last week, I spoke to Andy Petrollo, fantastic host and analyst with One Soccer, CBC. She said after one of the first times she spoke with you, she walked away saying, "Bobby is a genius." And we just need you to confirm or deny whether Bobby is a genius or not.
I don't know. I'll leave that for Andy and all the reporters out there to form their opinion on that. Just like working hard in here. That's the most important thing.
Lastly, just your thoughts outside of the CPL. Carlo Ancelotti winning his 5th title in Europe. Just kind of looking at it from the outside, it has to be one of the more difficult things to do in all of sports, to win 5 different titles in Europe, 5 different clubs. Just kind of your thoughts on that.
Obviously, I think he's a special coach. He's a special way of working in the locker room with not just regular teams, but with superstars. And I think that it takes a lot from that, and to be able to do it in different countries with different clubs and at different phases of his career, with those clubs all being super clubs, let's call them that way, whether it's AC Milan, Real Madrid, Chelsea. It takes a special person to be able to do that. And from what I know and from what I hear, he's great in the locker room and really demands or gets the respect of his players and gets the best out of them.
And he's a big supporter of Canadian soccer too.
Yes, he is.
We are the Forge, the mighty, mighty Forge. You just don't think you understand.